The coin market cap is used to summarize everything that is presented in this video. Additionally, I would like to remind you to take a moment to like and subscribe to my channel in order to stay up to date on future XRP news as well as other cryptocurrency news in general. Take a look at this now, shall we? A deadline for the XRP legal showdown is approaching on July 13th. According to a major attorney who is in favor of XRP, the case that has been raging against Sissit is anticipated to be concluded over the next few days. As a result of speculation regarding the possibility of favorable remedies funding, the value of XRP has grown by more than 1.3%. It is anticipated that the legal battle between Ripple Labs and the Securities and Exchange Commission will be resolved in the month of July. Fred Rispoli, an attorney who advocates for XRP, has predicted that the date will be July 13th. In particular, the whole cryptocurrency sector is eagerly awaiting the verdict that Judge Analisa Torres will eventually hand down. This is because the verdict is highly anticipated. The disagreement regarding XRP has been going on for more than 3 years, and there are some specialists in the field who are maintaining the hope that it will be addressed this month. A significant decision is on the horizon for the cryptocurrency world, and it involves Ripple and the SEC. Rispoli has made a prediction that Judge Analisa Torres will most likely publish her ruling on July 13th, which is the 1 anniversary of the date on which she issued her last verdict regarding the status of XRP. This prediction was made by Rispoli. The verdict that was released by the court at the time had a considerable impact on the price of XRP compared to the previous pricing. In the event that the forecast that a decision would be made within the next week comes true, it has the potential to be a momentous occasion for the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. In particular, this is a possibility in the event that the decision about the payment for remedies is reached in favor of the company that handles blockchain payments. A number of legal experts believe that Ripple will emerge triumphant, taking into consideration the recent legal precedent that was disclosed by Crypto News Flash in the past. This belief is based on the fact that the level of anticipation continues to climb. Following a series of recent rulings, the opinion that Judge Torres had previously held about the non-security status of XRP has now been established as the law of the land. Rispoli stated that the decision that was reached by Judge Amy Berman Jackson in the case of United States Securities and Exchange Commission v. Binance, which was referred to as Ripple's Notice of Supplemental Authority, strengthened the case for XRP. This decision was made in the meanwhile. After conducting an investigation, Judge Torres came to the conclusion that the sale of XRP on exchanges and through algorithms did not satisfy the requirements that the SEC had established for a contract to be considered an investment. According to the verdict, this was mentioned. This supplementary power was presented in order to reach a resolution with the regulatory body that is considered to be both reasonable and equitable. This has implications for the market as well as the perspectives of investors. Despite the fact that the whole cryptocurrency sector is currently waiting for a judge to make a ruling about this matter, a number of financial experts are anticipating that a favorable finding could potentially have a substantial impact on the price of XR. It was earlier stated by Crypto News Flash that a sizable number of members of the community are of the opinion that a bullish influence will be anticipated on the price of XRP. This perspective is held by a substantial number of members of the community. Despite this, the realities of the market show that the price of XRP has not altered. This is due to the fact that investors are reluctant to make any changes prior to the delivery of the decision regarding the cryptocurrency. The caution that has been placed on the product is a result of the fact that there are worries that there would be a prohibition on selling it to investors in the United States. In the event that the court renders a verdict that is adverse, it has the potential to initiate a strong bearish trend on the exchanges that are supporting the asset. Taking a broader perspective, analysts are of the opinion that the action taken against Ripple might potentially have an effect on other cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin. However, despite the fact that the XRP ledger is not a fork of Bitcoin, the outcome may still have a negative impact on Bitcoin. This was discussed earlier. Collateral Network, on the other hand, has the potential to make a profit if it takes a stance that is contrary to that of XRP. Ripple will be required to pay a fee for breaking us, according to a ruling made by the court. Investors were anticipating the imposition of securities laws. A declaration was made by Judge Analisa Torres in July of 2023, stating that institutional investors had purchased XRP from Ripple without first registering for the cryptocurrency. There is a possibility that the penalties might be as high as $2 billion or as low as $10 million. It is possible that Judge Torres will also prohibit the sale of XRP to institutional investors here in the United States. What Judge Torres decides to add could be contingent on how she feels about the activities taken by Ripple in response to the lawsuit. It is possible that Judge Torres will decide to prohibit the sale of XRP to institutional investors if she is of the opinion that Ripple has not stopped violating securities laws since the case that was filed in December 2020. On the other hand, the outcomes of an ongoing investigation by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) into potential conflicts of interest in relation to cryptocurrencies might have an effect. Will there be any conflicts of interest discovered during an inquiry by the Inspector General? That the Securities and Exchange Commission was investigating the possibility of conflicts of interest with Bitcoin. The Office of Inspector General and the United States government both announced that they were virtually finished with their investigation. There was a double announcement. Conflicts of interest have been identified in William Hyman, who once served as the finance director of the SEC Corporation. During a speech that took place in 2018, Hyman stated that Ethereum and Bitcoin are not comparable to securities. During the time that Hyman was working at the Sessi Simpson Etcher, his old company allegedly handed him millions of dollars. This is alleged to have been an overlook of empowerment. The Simpson Chair is a member of a group that provides support for Ethereum in the enterprise sector. Following his departure from the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), Hyman returned to Simpson Thacher, despite the warnings sent by the SEC Ethics Section. During the time that Hyman was working at Simpson Thacher, he continued to maintain regular meetings with him. If the Inspector General concludes that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) performed in an ethical manner, this might be another victory for the digital asset market in the United States. It's possible that the findings of the inquiry into the IGE may motivate us legislators to put some pressure on the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) to take a more regulatory approach to digital assets. It is possible that the results of the Office of Inspector General's probe will be made available to the public at any time. On Monday, July 9th, Johnny Deaton, a candidate for the United States Senate from Massachusetts and an attorney of amicus curiae, voiced his concerns on the procedures of the Securities and Exchange Commission. When considering regulatory capture, Johnny Deaton's intentions for us regulators brought attention to the complexity of the personnel leaving for hedge funds struck a chord. Power Oversight filed a request for materials under the Freedom of Information Act. William Hinman and Jay Clayton, who had previously served as chair of the SEC, were the recipients of the letter which spoke about possible violations of ethical standards in March of 2024. Jay Clayton is said to have publicly asserted that Bitcoin is not a security and praised Hyman's ethical speech, as reported by Empower Oversight. After leaving the agency, the former chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) is alleged to have joined the cryptocurrency hedge fund One River Asset Management. The CC's plans to appeal unfavorable court decisions may be shelved if it is discovered that there are conflicts of interest relating to cryptocurrency, instead of focusing on XRP, One River Asset Management focused on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Another challenge that XRP must overcome is the fact that the SEC is still planning to appeal the decision regarding the programmatic sales of XRP. The execution of programmatic sales of XRP does not fulfill the requirements of the third component of the Howey test. If the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) decides to appeal the verdict regarding Ripple, then XRP may be subject to selling pressure, as stated in a ruling that was handed down by Judge Analisa Torres in July 2023. It is important for investors to exercise care even though the court's verdict is significant. It is important to keep an eye on the most recent information and professional analysis in order to adjust your trading strategies as required. When you are navigating the Bitcoin market, make use of our most recent knowledge and insights to ensure that you are well informed. The upcoming week is going to be a significant one for Ripple and XRP, and over the course of the past several weeks and months, a great deal of information has been made public. In spite of the fact that Ripple, XRP, and the SEC have been separated by a number of years, it appears that the 8th of July will be a big milestone for the team that will compete against them. It is important to note